going on, everybody, and welcome to the All Sports Best YouTube channel. Today I have Steve Cummings here with me to show us his collection, and this particular episode is going to be based on Carlsbad natives, which is really cool because there's been a lot of really cool success here in Carlsbad, and of course we aren't even busting into the full Trevor Rogers collection that Steve has, and you have, give or take, how many Trevor Rogers cards?
I counted up about 80, and then I found a few more, so I think I'm mid-80s, somewhere in that number.
Okay, cool.
Close to 90.
Okay, so let's dive into the Carlsbad native collection. Inactive players at this point, because we will dive into Trevor's in very shortly. But we've got the first one here is Steve Chavez for the Padres, as you can see here. Hopefully you can see it a little. There you go. All right, so Steve Chavez. And where did you get this card?
So it's a great card. I bought it on eBay. You know, the funny thing, and I went and verified everything, but if you look at the back, it says Carlsbad, California.
Oh, really? So it's actually messed up.
It's messed up. But on his, all the alumni information from the high school, I mean, everything, I mean, it's him because I verified it talking to other people. But,
yeah.
You know, the weight, the height, the year he graduated, the date of birth even, I was like, but how do they mess that up?
Wow.
I think that's a natural default for a lot of things. It just defaults to Carlsbad, California.
That makes sense. Okay, and then it's clearly him on the picture, so that's not to be mistaken. We've got Shane Andrews here, a signed Shane Andrews, and this one's really cool because Shane Andrews is he was like the first to do it big, and he was amazing to watch, and he was a first-round draft choice.
He was amazing to watch. And, you know, one of the things I love about Shane is that he's always so approachable. He's out in the community. And when I first moved here, which was in the late 90s, at every event he was out signing baseballs. He was signing everything. And, you know, I've talked to him a few times since then. Just so friendly and nice. And just how available he was so impressive to me that, you know, there he is playing in the professional league in Carlsbad. He just will show up anywhere and do anything, especially for the kids and sports in Carlsbad.
We've got another Shane Andrews here. We've got a few of his, but this one's a really cool one. This one's like a variant of some sort, right?
That is a variant, and I didn't realize it until right before I came over here. But looking at this, it's a numbered card.
Yeah, it's 66 of 150. If you can see that, 66 of 150. Which is wild, and you know what? I don't even think whenever I was first getting into cards that I really knew about the numbered thing for old cards. I just knew about them for now.
And that's the same with me. When I first knew about them, I knew nothing about collecting. I knew nothing about numbered. And even when I bought that one, it wasn't until today I looked, I was like, wow, I didn't know there were numbered cards even, you know, back in that time.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. And any Expos fan, that could be a real vintage piece to it. So this one's a chrome tops, right? Tops chrome, yep. And this one's really cool. It's kind of got that little bit of that puff effect to it. It's a nice one for sure.
Very nice.
Here's another one. This one says it is the Upper Deck Collector's Choice. And this one's also signed. And it's just funny to me if you watch like some of the things that they look at nowadays is signature quality.
Right.
So if it's like rushed, you know, it's not as good. But all of Shane's are pretty quality.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And it's amazing to think that any player you have an auto of, that they held that in their hand.
Right, exactly.
They held it, they signed it, they put the pen to it. You know, the modern cards have a lot of stickers, but, you know, it's still pretty amazing to know that you have something that they signed.
That's a good point. All right, we've got Cody Ross here with his Topps Chrome rookie card. And you said this is not actually Detroit Tigers, right?
Yeah, my understanding is that's the Gulf Coast League Tigers. So I think that's a farm club of the Marlins. All right, if I'm correct, I hope I am. This
is where he first got drafted to, and it always says Portales, New Mexico is where he's from, but actually on this card it says home Carlsbad, New Mexico, which I feel like is kind of rare, which is nice. I like that. Of course, everybody in Carlsbad always wanted to see him say Carlsbad. We've got another rookie card here, and this is where it really gets different to me. He's wearing Dodgers uni. Right, Dodgers hat and clothes, or uniform, and then it says Cincinnati Reds on it, and it's also a rookie card. So they're always kind of baffling to me, right, for that aspect.
I think that's several years after he was drafted. So why it says rookie card, I'm not really sure, but it's still a cool card.
Yeah, it would still count as a rookie card. We'd call it good. We've got Upper Deck here as well. Another Cody Ross original. And they use this face or this like headshot twice. I think that's kind of cool how they use the headshot, because some people, it's really cool. You see them in their uniforms and they're, you know, always got a ball cap on, but you actually get to see their face. This one's a signed card.
It's a signed card from the manufacturer, then with also an original signature. I think if you look at the back of that one,
had it backwards.
There's one, and I think it's that one. It talks about how he wanted to be a rodeo clown when he was growing up.
Oh wow!
And it might be the next card, but one of them talks about how that's what he wanted to do as a kid growing up, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, so this one's really cool here. This one's what like most people know him for, is being on the Marlins, at least from Carlsbad, until of course he became the hero for San Francisco when they won the World Series, and he was NLCS MVP.
Yes.
This was really cool. All right, so then we've got yet another Cody Ross. This one's signed. This one's a web gem style card here. And this one is actually by Topps, which I think is kind of like the top of the top for sports cards. What do you think?
I agree. I think for baseball, I think Topps is. I mean, Panini does some great cards now, but Topps has the history, and you know what happens with them. I guess Fanatics has bought them.
Yeah,
so that's going to change everything.
It's going to change
what's going to happen.
So right here it is where it says, when Cody was growing up, he wanted to be a rodeo clown. Nobody's laughing now at this former journeyman, as he's roped more home runs than any Marlins outfielder over the past 2 years. So he was really a staple. I remember they called him like Toy Soldier or something like that, was the nickname that they came up with. I'll have to get that verified so we can figure that one to be true or not. But okay, so this one's really cool. This one's a rookie card, Topps 50 years. So this was 20 years ago.
Right, so I think that's a 2001 card. And so that's the same card we looked at earlier, but this is a graded one. And it looks perfect to me, so I don't know why it ended up with an 8.5, but
yeah,
definitely a great card.
And Beckett's pretty harsh on their grading, correct?
I think so, yeah.
So, but this is a really nice card, and some of the things that they do to actually grade these is how centered it is, and I mean, this doesn't look like there's any blemish or anything on it whatsoever. At the very least, I would say 9.5, just by my amateur eye.
Yeah, no, it looks very good.
But awesome. So this is really cool. We're going to dive into the Trevor Rogers collection here for the next episode. So check it out and definitely subscribe. Thank you.
Thanks, Trey.